You know, I truly believe that learning how to trade is easily one of the most beneficial, life-changing skills you could ever possibly learn. There is no ceiling to how far you can go once you've mastered the skill of consistently trading profitably. Obviously, people will tell you that it's unrealistic and that you can't be part of like the 5% or whatever that succeed in this game. But at the end of the day, you control your future. If you're willing to clock in on time for your boss every single day at your mediocre job, then why aren't you willing to do the same for your dream life? Like with trading, you really don't need to have these unrealistic expectations of making 10, 20, 30% per month. Like I want you to just think for a second. If you are able to make 3 to 5% per month in trading, you have the skill to make literally millions. Now I could bring out a compounding calculator and tell you if you invested 5k into an account and made 5% every month, then you would have doubled your money by a year or whatever. But we live in a time where we have access to prop firms' money. This is the easiest in history it's ever been to become rich, especially when you have a skill like trading. Like we have access to we have access to millions in capital with prop firms. And all you have to do is pass this one small roadblock, which is the challenge itself. And the crazy thing is you have infinite of these accounts. Once you pass one, there ain't nobody stopping you from getting more. You can get 500k challenges on these prop firms, make 5% per month, and that's what, 25k per month? That's 300k a year. And now obviously that sounds crazy unrealistic, but if you can make 5% on a $100 account, you can do the exact same with $1 million in funding. There is literally zero difference. That's what I find so crazy about trading. But of course, it really isn't that simple. Kinda. Of course, becoming profitable can take years, and having the psychological capability to trade at your full expertise with like millions in funding is not an easy task. That is nothing to disregard. But really look at it, with a few years of just determination, discipline, and research, you can obtain a skill with literally infinite opportunities, an unbounded ceiling of potential. Like if you really want it, then you can get it. And when it comes to trading, you don't need to know everything about the market. At the end of the day, the market will move no matter what. All we're looking at is the exchange rate price between two currencies shown by lines and candlesticks on a chart. You don't need to know the reason behind every market movement. It didn't react off the weekly supply zone with a 5-minute fair value gap, with the head and shoulders pattern, with the ICT silver bullet, whatever the fuck. It just moves, man. The market moves. Just don't overcomplicate things. I get you see the potential of trading and you think you might need to know everything, but you really don't. Just don't get caught up in the market until it matters to you and your strategy. Now, if you're considering going all in on trading, or you're already in the process of just putting everything into this, then just think about this. All you need to do is improve every day. Think about it, it's really not that hard. If you just improve a tiny bit every single day, think about where you can get to. Let's think about it in percentages again. If you can just get 1% better with a skill like every day, think about like how quick that can compound into something just amazing. Consistency is the most important part of becoming successful in basically anything in life, whether that's gym, like just learning a new skill, or trading. Like if you're at the markets every day, just learning a little bit more every time, imagine how familiar the markets will begin to feel to you. You'll learn how the market moves just by looking at it. You'll see patterns and different consistencies throughout pairs, and eventually you'll master all of it. Just keep going. If you really want it, then you can get it. Now, I'm not going to encourage you to just lock in, just fully cut out all socials and just lock in on trading, even though that is what I did. Like for the first 7 months or so of just getting into trading, that is all I was doing. This is definitely a less healthy way of learning, so I'm not going to say I encourage it, but I will say I do think it was good for me. The amount that I learned in these months were exponential, and I do credit it for being a big reason to why I learned trading so fast. And for that reason, I do believe that having this kind of period of addiction for the first few months of trading is something that should happen. Like if you can lock in, and I mean fully go all in on trading for, let's say, 4 months, then you have proved that you have the dedication, the discipline, and the drive to get where you want to be at. You'll learn a lot, you'll fail a lot, and maybe even question whether it's worth it, but at the end of the day, the ones who see it through will see the rewards. And eventually you will reach a time where you feel like you no longer need to be at the charts constantly. You feel like you don't need to be constantly grinding, and you just notice yourself spending less and less time at the charts. And this is definitely not a bad thing. This actually really helps to detach your emotions from trading. You'll be thinking about it way less, allowing your trades to hit TP or stop loss no matter what, not even caring to look at your trades whilst they're running, and this is a great sign that you're getting there. This doesn't mean you need to stop working, you need to continue the grind, still backtest, do everything you're doing before, but just maybe think about it less. But yeah, it definitely means that you're on your way. Now, I quickly want to talk about one of the biggest issues that people face when trying to become successful in trading, and that is undercapitalization. You know, I understand that you want it. I understand that you're willing to put in an insane amount of work to get to those big numbers you see traders making online. But to be honest, you need to completely disregard that from your mind completely. Like I said earlier, if you can consistently make 5% on a $100 account, then you can do the exact same on a $1 million account. But being undercapitalized like this causes you to have unrealistic expectations. For example, on a $100 account, you may have a $10 month. Now, anybody will see this and think, wow, that is dead. I just made $10 in a month. But that's a 10% month. If you are risking appropriately and you manage to do that, that is incredibly impressive. I'm going to say it again, but with 100K in funding, which you can easily get if you can manage to trade consistently, that would be a 10K month. And you have no reason to stop at 100K. You can stack those accounts, you can get way more in funding than 100K. I'm just using that as a good example. You basically need to have this mindset that you're trading with this large amount no matter what. Your account size may be tiny, but you need to imagine that you're trading with these high numbers to eventually reach them for real. If not, you'll just always be dissatisfied, over risking because your account's small. You'll be trading really unprofessionally and you'll just kind of be stuck at this early stage. Ideally, what you want to do is just slowly move up in account size from challenge to challenge, etc. What I did was start with a small live account, and then I'll just recommend you go slowly up until maybe you pass your first challenge, and then from there you should be able to pass anything really. From there, it's just a matter of psychology, you feel me? Whether your brain can handle those large numbers. Because the overwhelming majority of people would not be able to handle seeing thousands of dollars going up and down, especially after you've just been trading, getting maybe $10 max on a whim. But yeah, that's about it, to be honest. I feel like some people may lack the motivation to continue trading all the time. I definitely think that a lot of people need to hear how much they're overcomplicating trading and making it way deeper than it really is. Obviously, it's not like an easy skill to learn. Trading is difficult, trading is tough, especially psychologically. But I just need you to know, if you want it that bad, you can get it. I've seen the possibilities with it. I know people that are making insane amounts at a very young age. And, you know, we're all on this journey together, you feel me? We're gonna get some bread. Just gotta stay consistent, continue as we are. But I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully it'll be a live trade or something, you feel me? Back to the normal. And yeah, I'll see you then. Peace.